It kind of matches my shirt a little bit. Today we're going to discuss oceanography, an innovation or invitation to marine science. Oh, I got passcodes and everything. Look at that. It's looking kind of interesting. Oh, look, we got a DVD. Too bad nobody uses DVDs anymore, or CD-ROMs. And none of my computers will take it. Okay, we have 18 different chapters, and once again, this is a textbook, so I will be reading the entire textbook and teaching a class on it, giving notes and all that kind of stuff, much more in depth, just like with every other textbook, so make sure you look out for that. Knowing the ocean world. Origins would be the second one. Let's go to... This is actually pretty interesting. Earth structure and plate tectonics, continental margins and ocean basins, sediments, water and ocean structure, seawater chemistry, circulation of the atmosphere, circulation of the water or of the ocean, waves, tides, coasts, life in the ocean, plankton, algae and plants, marine animals, marine communities, marine resources, environmental concerns. Excuse me. It's all pretty interesting all about the ocean. Let's do Origins 37. Oh, wow. It really goes, and this is nice. They go really deep into it. The Origins. We got seas and stars and seas. The origin of Earth. How does that have anything to do with water? Earth and ocean, the origin of life, the distant future of Earth. Let's see. I'm very interested on how is marine? We're talking about marine oceanography. Okay. Just making sure, because we're talking about stars and the lives of stars and galaxies and stars. So, in the formation of the solar system, got to go to it, man. Got to see what they're talking about when we're talking about oceans and things, and talking about stars and oceans. 37. Okay, this is it. Okay. All right. Look at this. Okay. See that right there? I'm going to read the caption. Let you kind of in on a secret. The Milky Way shines over the ocean horizon. Stars and sea share a common origin. Right. I'm still a little confused where that happens, but let's read on. Okay, stars and seas. To understand the ocean, we need to understand how it formed and evolved through time. Since the world ocean is the largest feature on Earth's surface, it should not be surprising that we believe the origin of the ocean is linked to the origin of Earth. The origin of Earth is linked to that of the solar system and galaxies. The origin of Earth and the ocean is a long and wonderful story, one we've only recently come to know. As you read this chapter, you may be startled to discover that most of the atoms that make up Earth, its ocean, and its inhabitants were formed within stars billions of years ago. That is fascinating. Stars spend their lives changing hydrogen and helium into heavier elements as they die. Some stars eject these elements into space. See, I need to learn a little bit of astrology, man, and learn about the stars and things. This is a little bit. During huge explosions, the sun and the planets, including Earth, condense from a cloud of dust and gas enriched by the recycled remnants of exploded stars. Wow, if you think about that, that's crazy. Our ocean is not a direct remnant of that cloud. However, most of the ocean formed later. As water vapor trapped in Earth's outer layers escaped to the surface through volcanic activity during the planet's youth. The vapor cooled and condensed to form an ocean. Comets may have delivered additional water to the new planet's surface. Life originated in the ocean soon after, developing and flourishing in the ocean for more than 3 billion years before venturing onto the unwelcome continents. Life and Earth have grown old together. Wow. I don't know what to say. It's pretty interesting. I would have never even thought about that, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. It's interesting because I had never even started to think about where the ocean came from. But this is very interesting. About 14 billion years ago. That's such a long time ago. And man, oh man, this is just Looney Toony. This is complete loony. I gotta read it. It's too much information for me to just kind of tell you. This is in depth. It's talking about basically, how it formed, carbon dioxide, the origin of life. Yeah, this is the distant future of Earth. Like 8 bazillion. Yeah, let's read it. What's gonna happen to my grandkids 500 years from now, or maybe a couple billion years from now? Our descendants may enjoy another 5 billion years of Earth as we know today. Okay. I wasn't lying when I said my descendants 5 billion years from now. All right. And hopefully I'm still here. But then our sun, like any other star, will begin to die. The sun is not massive enough to become a supernova, but after a billion-year cooling period, the re-energized sun's red giant phase will engulf the inner planets. Its fiery atmosphere will expand to a radius greater than the orbit of Earth. The ocean and atmosphere of evidence of life, the crust, and perhaps the whole planet will be recycled into component atoms and hurled by shock waves into space. That's terrible. Our successors, if any, will have perished or fled to safer worlds. Its fuel exhausted and its energy spent, the sun will cool to a glowing ember and ultimately to a dark cinder. Perhaps a new system of stars and planets will form from the debris of our remains. The history of past and future Earth is shown as a timeline. In 14. Wow. So we got about 5 billion years left, and then after that, man, we're done. We're done. 5 billion years, Look what we accomplished in the last 100 years, right? 100 years, we didn't even have cars. Well, we barely had cars, weren't really flying. Now, Richard Branson, whatever his name, flew to space, right? So in 5 billion years, who knows what's going to happen? In 5 billion years, it's all over, man. It's all over. Earth is over, man. Count out. Tap out. 5 billion more years.